My name is Erin. I'm the Global Health Undergraduate Advisor, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about study abroad options in relation to global health. So it's very common for our students to study abroad, as global health students are naturally curious about healthcare across borders. It is highly encouraged for students to complete coursework or field experience abroad if it's at all interest to your academic goals. A few things that you'll want to keep in mind are the timeline and the planning process for study abroad. So the study abroad office at UC San Diego recommends that 10 to 14 months prior to departure is when you start researching options for programs that are going to be offered, keeping in mind things like where you might want to travel to, specific program components, as well as coursework that you'll be satisfying abroad. It's also recommended that 9 to 12 months prior to departure is when you start applying to programs. So thinking about where you want to go and actually beginning the process of applying online. 6 to 9 months prior to departure are typically when the various application deadlines are for different programs. And of course, that varies based on each program. So a few things that you want to keep in mind specific to global health are the following guidelines. So you'll want to complete the study abroad pre-approval form online. And we'll go over this in a later slide, but this is if there's a class that you want to take that isn't already pre-approved. And then our office will approve or decline the pre-approval, and we'll notify you this via the VAC. Next, courses must be UC transferable and at least 4 units and taken for a letter grade of C- or better. So make sure not to take the courses for pass, no pass, or the equivalent of that. It needs to be taken for a letter grade. Lastly, a petition must be submitted upon return for each course to be granted credit towards a major. And this can be either via the GHP website or through the VAC, letting us know that you've completed the course and it's been transferred so we can go in and make the appropriate degree audit update. So there's a few different types of programs that global health students want to go on and can go on. And the 3 that I'm going to be going over are Education Abroad Program, which is a UC-wide system program, and students from all UC campuses will attend with you. They're hosted by the UC system, and all academic credits earned are UC units and will factor into your UC GPA. Next is OAP, which is Opportunities Abroad Program, where you study abroad through UCSD affiliated program partners, another US institution's program abroad, or direct enroll at a university abroad. So these academic credits earned through OAP will be posted to your academic history as transfer units. So it does not factor into your UC GPA. Lastly is UCSD Global Seminars. These are very common for our global health students to participate in. It's UC San Diego's own faculty-led summer session programs abroad. 2 UCSD courses taught in English by UCSD faculty will be taken, and academic credits earned are UC units and will factor into your UC GPA. So an example on the right is SIT Study Abroad. That's an organization that's considered OAP. It's not offered directly through UCSD, but it is an affiliated program partner. So, based on what makes the most sense for you, you can participate or at the very least research different options as a part of UC EAP, OAP, or global seminars. And we have various examples online on our website. We'll also put a link in the description below to that specific link on our website where we list study abroad opportunities. So we wanted to highlight a few of the guidelines again. So again, all courses applied towards global health requirements must be taken for a letter grade of C- or better and be at least 4 units. The thing to keep in mind is if you're a major, a maximum of 6 courses may be petitioned for credit towards the major, and a maximum of 2 courses may be petitioned for credit towards the minor. So definitely keep this in mind as you're planning, how many courses you want to take studying abroad, or if you plan to study abroad more than once, keeping these limits in mind as well. So naturally, the next question that I get is, how do I know what courses will count towards the global health major or minor? And there's 2 ways of going about this. The first that we recommend is looking on our website at the pre-approved coursework abroad. So again, this is under that specific section of the study abroad page of our website. And we list out through UCEAP, OAP, and global seminars what we've pre-approved in the past, either by our own research or through a student petitioning, what specific courses will count towards what requirements. So you can see in the example below, for UCEAP programs in Africa, we specify the university, what courses have been petitioned or that we accept, and the requirements that they fulfill. So you'll see on the right-hand side, it could be a medical social science, a minor elective, global processes, etc. It could also be reflected that if the class has a field work, practicum, internship, or clinical shadowing component, it could also count towards the field experience requirement. The thing to know is not all field experience programs are satisfied through study abroad. So make sure that, again, you're using the appropriate pre-approval processes. We highlight this in the field experience video. So make sure to keep that in mind, again, also as you're researching, if it's not explicitly said that it's the field experience requirement, make sure to either check with us or request pre-approval to see if it will count prior to going on a study abroad program. If you're looking at this list and you see that the class that you're interested in isn't listed, don't worry, it still might be able to be accepted. The second option that you have is the study abroad course pre-approval form. So you'll use this if you see an institution or a course that isn't on one of our pre-approval lists, you can give us the information about the course. And again, this is under the study abroad tab of our website, specifically course pre-approval requests. And these are reviewed within 5 to 10 business days of submitting, and we'll let you know through the virtual advising center whether or not it's been approved. So be sure, again, to check on our website to see if the course has already been approved, and if it's not, then make sure to use this course pre-approval form, and we'll be sure to let you know through the virtual advising center. My recommendation is definitely to utilize the study abroad office and their advising services as you're beginning the process of planning on going abroad. They have a lot of great information about specific programs that global health students typically participate in, and information such as financial aid, deadlines, and everything that you'll need to keep in mind as you're researching programs. There's also the Study Abroad Expo, which is a virtual, this past year it was virtual, but they also do in-person study abroad fairs. So be sure to keep watch for when these events are happening on the Study Abroad website. And hopefully with these guidelines and tips, you'll be all set to start planning to travel and learn abroad.